Welcome to my 12 Days of Christmas playlist. Simple woodwork projects made out of scrap wood and offcuts, aimed at beginners with my usual standard of that'll do. Well, that was a lovely piece of music, wasn't it? Welcome to day 10 of my 12 Days of Christmas, and this is my take on a spiral Christmas tree. We start, as always, with the offcuts. In this case, it's the everlasting supply of 2x2s from the Catio last year. Don't worry about that video. YouTube will recommend at the end. The gazebo slats and some leftovers, but trying to clear everything in the garage, ready for some workshop changes next year. Now, laying it out. If you're looking for plans in the description, you won't find them. This is just laid out by eyeball. We put the back slats vertically and then the front slats at an angle. And these will all be cut at 30 degrees because the last project I did was at 30 degrees. You can check out the playlist and see which ones that was. So we make all the cuts for the backboards at 30 degrees. We're just going to trim left and right, left and right. These little triangle offcuts are really useful for making Christmas trees. See day 7 of my playlist for that, and then lay them back out again on the gazebo post that I cleaned up in the summer. And we lay them out on the table by eyeball, trim the other side, and then we're ready. This is a kind of dry run with the gazebo back spine, and we're just laying them out to get a visual idea where we go. Put the planks across the front. These are the straight planks that are going to be the diagonals. All of this is construction timber, and it's all going to be painted, so a little bit of hand sanding, which I haven't shown you. This bit, we're obviously going to find the middle, and the middle of each plank will go to the middle of the spine plank. And we lay the straight boards out with a spacer. We're going to use screws. Now, I did this because I felt super glue was going to be inefficient. Wood glue would be inefficient on this heaviness. So screw and glue, repaint over the top. This is me marking out the triangles, overhang, pencil underneath it. Follow the line on the miter saw, repeat, repeat, repeat. Bit of hand sanding, put that in there just because you know I did it. And then obviously we've got the old sawdust and glue technique to fill all the holes. Let that dry, sand it off, and then paint over it in a minute. We'll make a base, which later I'll replace because this is rubbish. And this is just going to be a square to go around the base spine to give it a bit more stability, but you will see later on when I'm painting it just how wibbly wobbly it was, so we ended up redoing that. And then we're on to the painting. So this is Leyland wood and metal, brilliant white paint left over from my son's house move. We'll do all the back in white, and then this is acrylic red that I paint on to the front slats. You'll see later I'll use a spray paint to cover over it. Black for the base, which we know we're going to replace. We offer it up, we clamp it up, and we screw it in. It's that simple. Fix it all together, all by eyeball. Add this shocking base. You can see the wobble already. Okay. We cover the screws with glue and sawdust. Fill them all in, including that little base plate. Look at the wobble on it. And we make one more piece for this bit here. And there'll be another one as well. Right, found this bright red spray can. This is some graffiti paint. Street art, they call it with the youngsters, but it's graffiti in my world. We've got a little bit of sanding, and then we're going to add a bottom slat, because that doesn't look good either. We'll spray that. And that looks all right, doesn't it? A bit rustic charm. So we invent a jig to spray over the sanded, glued screw holes. It's an Amazon parcel, obviously. Touch up the base plate. Just protect the white from the black spray. I love my workbench here. My workbench is a utility workbench. You can have anything you like. We're nearly done. We just need to put on the headdress. Yeah, that's what I'm calling it. So we're going to make 2 stars here. I did something similar with what will be day 12, the big Christmas tree. We get a template for a star. We offer it over. We centre punch all the corners, and like a wonky donkey we cut it with a jigsaw. It'll do. Remember, my stuff is it'll do. Now I've got a spare 2x2 from the Catio. I've got loads of them, to be fair. They seem to last forever. We'll cut them in half and we'll cut them into quarters. We'll trim them at a 30-degree angle because that's still on there. Tapered edges. That'll do. They're nearly perfect, those ones. We'll spray 1-star silver. We'll spray 1-star red. And what we'll now do is we'll spray the base plate black. Add the tapered base to the spine of this Christmas tree, and then we'll make a hole for the star. Put a hole in the star. And then I've got these dowels. I don't know where these come from actually, these dowels, but they seem to last forever as well. We'll whack that in, have a look at the silver one, not good, and change it for the red one, which is good. That'll do. That really will do. Right, final spray over the glue on the base. Add some pine cones at the bottom, some ornaments. Offer it outside to see what it looks like. And that'll do. Thank you very much for watching. What will we do for the next day? Tune in and find out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click on like. If you didn't, or you think you can tell me how to improve, please comment below. Now I've lined up another video that I think you might like. But if you want to see more of my videos, why not subscribe? And if you change the bell notification, you'll be amongst the first to see my new stuff as it comes along. If not, hope you enjoyed. See you again. Lovely. Bye.